First of all, let's address the big unanswered question of this episode. How did Jasper Kincaid get stuck in a grate?
Jasper Kincaid got stuck in a subway grate on the way to school?
Like, what are we supposed to be imagining? Did he fall completely through the grate and land in some disgusting pit full of cigarette butts and decaying copies of the Daily News? Did he fall partially through and get his leg impaled on pieces of jagged, rusty metal until the jaws of life could free him? Was he lured into the grate by Pennywise the Clown and taken to a grim necropolis beneath Central Park? Why are you withholding this juicy story from us, Gossip Girl? What are you hiding? At Overthinking It, we don't like to focus on silly things like whether a show is good or bad. Rather, we look for things that need explaining or unpacking. We talk about what's interesting. But in this case, the most interesting thing about Gossip Girl right now is how forced and meh it all feels. So here are the top 3 things that don't work about the new Gossip Girl. 1. Nobody has a motive to do anything. Why are Julian and Zoya fighting? Despite Monet's attempts to cast her as an existential threat to Julian's brand,
no one follows a brand ambassador for failure. They need to get back together faster. I can kiss an Edelman summer internship goodbye.
Julian did something almost unbelievably mature and gave them permission to be together.
It hurts, but I won't interfere.
So unless the first season is only 2 episodes long, I'm not sure where we go from here. Then take the teachers. They're supposedly going to great lengths to resurrect Gossip Girl as a matter of self-preservation. Gossip Girl is going to keep these kids in line.
Someone actually raised their hand in class yesterday to ask a question.
Because they're all running scared. Nobody wants to be the next target.
But how is this supposed to work exactly? The whole plan might make more sense if they were targeting the meanest girls, like Julian's minions, and exclusively talking about the bad things they do in school. But instead, they're trying to create a love triangle between Julian and Zoya, as if there's a direct connection between that and their job safety.
We have to get control back. If Gossip Girl's canceled, we're back in danger.
Now look, I might be willing to overlook the flimsy motives for Gossip Girl to exist because it's pretty clear that Kate's real motives are the desire to be a player in a world that she can only observe from a distance. But it's straining credibility that the other teachers are willing to put everything on the line because they think Gossip Girl is a useful tool for them.
It's time for a little quid pro corruption.
2. There are no consequences. The first episode revealed Julian secretly picked the recipient of her dad's scholarship and awarded it to her own sister. It's the kind of thing that could have gotten Julian and Zoya both kicked out of school, and Julian's dad in deep trouble too. The most obvious consequence should have been that Julian's social media brand is damaged in a way that she can't just shrug off. But none of that actually happened. A bunch of people were grumpy for the second episode, but then everything stayed the same. And what about Zoya sending out a penis to a huge group of people? Does Zoya have a reputation now as some sort of teenage Mapplethorpe? Did her dad even mention it in the second episode? Did anyone else? 3. Everyone's clever plans are actually dumb. Early in the second episode, Gossip Girl posts a photo of Obi meeting Zoya. Julian responds by posting an old photo of her and Obi together and accuses Gossip Girl of lying.
So you're gonna pretend that he's with you right now instead of with her?
But this strikes me as such a risky lie that no tech-savvy person would stake their reputation on it. A. Julian is sitting right there in public. There are probably a dozen people at that bar who got her post and could see with their own eyes that she was not with Obi and not even wearing the same dress. B. Julian doesn't know what other images Gossip Girl has of them hanging out. For all she knows, they're sitting together in a Shake Shack right at that very moment in front of lots of live streaming witnesses. And C, if Julian has millions of devoted followers, they're going to notice that it's an old photo. Maybe they recognize the outfit from another photo shoot. Maybe they realize that the haircuts don't match. Maybe they'll spot a clue in the background like someone in a winter coat. This whole clumsy ruse should blow up in spectacular fashion, but it works somehow. Then there's Obi's dumb plan. Zoya tells him that the only condition under which she'd be on a date with him is if nobody in the world would know.
But that's impossible.
Well, this smile that you like so much can do anything, so just wait.
So what does he do? He invites her to an event where literally everyone they know will be there, and then flirts with her in front of everybody. Maybe this is less an example of a dumb plan than Obi completely disregarding Zoya's wishes. I personally think that Obi is right up there with Kate for the series' greatest villain for the way he dumps his long-term girlfriend and immediately starts stalking her 14-year-old sister, even after she repeatedly asks him to back off.
I'm grounded. What if my dad sees you?
Isn't your dad at conferences? And freshman or last, and it's like not even 9 o'clock.
But Obi's plan looks like 5D chess compared to Julian's big plan to destroy her sister, Plan Z.
Meet us here and bring him with you. That way you can both see for yourselves who Zoya really is.
First of all, that's a huge ask, getting her dad to leave a social event and bring his arch rival to a random location. And it's also the dads can see Zoya on literally the most wholesome date that New York has seen since the 1890s, as Zoya and her crush purchase school supplies for underprivileged children with a chaperone keeping an eye on them from behind the counter. Seriously, I expected Julian to make it look like they were cooking crystal meth in there at the very least. Theoretically, Zoya gets in trouble for ditching the charity event when she's supposed to be grounded, which is another thing I don't expect to have any consequences in the next episode. But seriously, Julian, this is the best scheming you can do? The girls from 2007 would eat you alive. Now, maybe we're still setting up pieces on the chessboard for the real drama to begin. But these days, TV shows have to start off with a bang, not struggling for reasons for their characters to even interact. And come on, Gossip Girl, give us something juicy. Or else I'm gonna go make video reviews for Euphoria, or Riverdale, or Schmigadoon. Actually, I hear Schmigadoon is pretty cute. Your move, Gigi.